This question's from Gimme More Frame Rate.
Okay.
And he says, "Hi, DF crew. I have a hypothetical question. If Hellblade 2 had arrived in late 2023 and had made the cut for DF Graphics of the Year video, how would you guys have ranked it in comparison to your 2023 graphics top three? The top three being, of course, Phantom Liberty, Alan Wake 2, and Avatar Frontiers of Pandora." I could already see Alex is kind of like a semi-facepalm there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just... They're all achieving very different things, and that was one of the reasons why we had a hard time between Avatar and...
This makes it even harder, I'd say.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I am enjoying the graphics discourse on Twitter to the point where the Twitter channel Delusional Takes had that shot of Aloy's ear from Forbidden West and Senua's ear from Hellblade 2. It's like, clear PlayStation win. PlayStation wins again.
I couldn't even figure out what they were looking at, though. Like, what specifically
what
did
was
they
the
see?
win? Yeah.
What was the point of that picture that made them say...
Possibly an ear fetish.
Yeah, it was definitely it. Ooh. So... For me personally, to use that phrase, which I just like, but I use it all the time. For me personally, I really enjoy interactivity in graphics. So I'm really fond of like systems game design. So I do lean towards things like Avatar in a certain way rather than like really artistically driven, like single room experiences to a certain degree. So that's why I'm always interested in things like that. Avatar had like these like, like wind simulations and like broken terrain, and you can like shoot stuff up, and the ray traced audio. I was very intrigued by all that, so I kind of still always lean in that direction of like, okay, so the graphics are pretty, but what can you do with them is my question. So I always kind of lean towards interactivity.
There's always a certain degree of the game and how it interfaces with the visuals. I mean, Avatar is just like a glorious game. You're not only seeing these amazing visuals, you're actually feeling like you're a part of that environment.
Yeah,
the interactivity with the environment, the traversal mechanics, it all combines to enhance the quality of the experience and dare I say it, the quality of the graphics to be actually part of that environment.
That do.
And I don't think Hellblade reaches the same heights. I mean, when we first booted it up, I sort of said to John, it's been a while since I've seen invisible walls in games.
To that degree.
From that perspective, then I think it's a better comparison to Alan Wake 2.
It is much better compared
Those
to
are
Alan
very
Wake 2.
similar.
Yeah.
And
so Avatar, okay, we've established, I think, that Avatar remains at the top. But
just for me, at least.
The 2 and 3, though, with Avatar, it's much more comparable with Alan Wake 2.
If we're talking console version of Alan Wake 2, then Hellblade 2 bests it easily.
I would say it beats it too.
If we're talking PC Alan Wake 2, it gets a lot more complicated.
Because of the path tracing?
Yeah, the path tracing. Even though it's not, it has its limitations, given that it's still like at its core like a rasterized traditionally game. But I mean, Hellblade's character models and like the quality of that stuff is that is better than Alan Wake.
Look at that ear
for sure. That ear,
yeah.
I think that's a step. I might have to go with Hellblade over Alan Wake 2 overall, but I'd have to say it's a tie if we're talking PC Alan Wake.
That's hard.
I don't know if we can't really do a tie, but I'm just going to do it anyway.
We could probably do a tie one year and just really annoy everyone.
Because I think Hellblade 2, it's really up there. And hey, at the very least, Hellblade 2 is obviously going to be hot in the running for this year.
Yeah.
Based on what we've seen so far, I would give it
this year, especially like
for 2024, it is currently my graphics of the year, but could it change? We'll see.
We still got releases to go.